Well, are you ready to hit the road? We are talking about the road to Medicare, and thousands of people jump on it every day.
Independent insurance agent Paul Steckert is here to help us navigate that drive. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, Paul, let's start with you being an independent agent. Why is that important?
It's important because they offer a wide variety of products from different companies. I'm able to get to know someone's needs and then kind of plug them into a plan that fits those specific needs.
Well, let's talk about who's eligible for Medicare.
Great starting point. People that are 65, turning 65, if they're working past 65, retiring, those that have a qualifying disability, those that have end-stage renal disease or Lou Gehrig's disease.
Okay. Now, we always hear a lot about Medicare during open enrollment, but
Absolutely.
When should someone start looking into this if they have one of these qualifying events coming up?
At least 3 months before you're eligible or before you turn 65. Most people reach out about 6 months before, sometimes a year out, just to get that jump start. You know, most people have been on a group plan and they're not sure what route to go down. They're like, well, this friend has this plan, and what do you know about this plan?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of questions. So that's how I like to help. I like to start with education, go over the basics, try to keep it simple, and then get to know their needs and find a plan that will work good for them as they age in or they become eligible for Medicare.
Well, during this crazy COVID time, you've been super accommodating to your customers.
Absolutely.
Talk a little bit about the different ways they can meet with you.
Zoom is a big thing. If you want to be comfortable in your own house, we can do anything virtual. We can use the phone. We can talk on the phone, use FaceTime. We can use Zoom. If you're more comfortable in person and you want to sit across the table from me, I can meet you right in your home. If you want to meet in a coffee house right here in the area, we can do that as well.
Is there any cost to meet with you and to use your services?
There's no cost for my services.
Let's talk a little bit about, you mentioned that education is so important to you, and that's why every month you offer both a webinar and a seminar. What can we expect when we attend one of those?
Webinar is pretty straightforward. I just have a PowerPoint that kind of goes through the basics with plenty of time in between to talk about questions.
Okay.
Can take care of any of those questions for you. I also have an in-person event at the library. That is also very nice if you want to see me in person, sit, enjoy some local coffee and treats as well, and just go over the basics and kind of get to know each other.
I'd imagine you get a lot of the same questions at those events. What is one of the #1 questions people have?
How do I apply and what plan works best for me?
Yeah,
Those
okay.
are two of the big ones.
And just to keep in mind that even if you're already on Medicare, things can change in a year.
Absolutely. It's good to keep up on things like medications, doctors you see, things of that nature. And that's, as an independent agent, I check in with my clients every year, usually more than once. And we kind of keep that communication line going so that we make sure that they're always in a good spot, getting the most out of the plan for their money.
Well, a great chance to ask any questions you have is either at that Zoom meeting or at the in-person event. The webinar is happening Thursday, January 20th.
And head to MedicareGB.com. Paul will send you a Zoom link, so if you're not very good at the tech stuff, he's got you covered.
Then on Saturday, January 22nd, you can meet him at the Crest Family Library in De Pere. That event starts at 10:30 a.m.
And that's located on North Broadway in De Pere. And you can, again, register at MedicareGB.com. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Custom Pizza